What's up? Juice Daddy back here in Casa de Juice Daddy. Another pickup video. Hope y'all doing all right out there. Hope y'all staying safe. Hope everything's well in these times. I'm actually doing all right. Ain't nothing changed. I'm actually working more probably than before. So working harder, putting in longer hours. And also on the video game front, which is why you're here, life's been pretty good. Now, there's no garage sales, or there's a few. Haven't really found anything yet at garage sales. But people are putting stuff up on Facebook or on Craigslist, and I'm doing all right. Yeah, it's kind of weird meeting somebody, especially when they want me to come over to their house. But, you know, I'm getting good stuff for pretty decent prices, so got a lot to go over right now, what I've been picking up over the past month or so, 6 weeks. Let's just get to it. I'll start with, this, not a game. I I got a Samsung Galaxy S10e, which is what I'm using to tape this right now. It's so odd. I try not to be a conspiracy theorist. Let me see if I've got it in here still. There it is. But here's my last phone, Galaxy Note 8. And I'm on one of those Verizon, like 24-month, you pay it off over 24 months, you're on the contract, whatnot. I had one more month of this to go before it was clear. I like the phone. It does what I need it to do. I don't use half the features that this phone's capable of. I never pulled out the S Pen, ever. Texting, internet, YouTube, videos, pictures, calling. It's what I use it for. Anyway, with 1 month left to go, I don't know if you can see. Look at that. The glue or whatever that holds this to... I don't know if the glue gave out or the battery's expanding. It looks like the battery's kind of bowing in there a little bit, because the battery life went kaput. Like the battery would drain, and once it hit like 85%, it just went to zero and shut off the phone. So, like I said, I try not to be a conspiracy theorist or whatnot, but that to me sounds like planned planned go away. It's what it sounds like to me. What it seems like to me. Planned like, okay, in 2 years, this phone's going to go kaput, and he's going to have to get a new one. And I had to get a new one. I like this phone. It's really nice. It does exactly what I need it to do. But I'm just worried in 2 years this is going to become a piece of junk because they want me to get the new Samsung Galaxy 15-R2D2 Kumbaya. Let's get to the pickups. We'll start in this bag. This and this right here were Craigslist deals. He put up two things. The first thing was he put up this PS2 Slim. I have tested this. It works. All the games that came with work except for this loose disc bully that was in here. It loads up, it plays for like 5 minutes, and then it says, please insert a disc. So PS2 Slim. It's got all the cords. We have one dual shock, and he also had this a Mad Catz. What is this? Pelican. A Pelican wireless thingy, and yeah. So all the hookups and whatnot, and it had a few games. Nothing too special. MX ATV Unleashed, Max Payne 2. Cabela's Big Game Hunter, Need for Speed Carbon, MX Unleashed, Splinter Cell Double Agent, and worth the price, Medal of Honor Collection. All 3 games in there, and I believe one of them, this one, Medal of Honor European Assault, he never even got around to opening. So this collection by itself is probably worth $20 to $25. So everything else is just gravy. Not sure what I'm going to do. I could probably put together a PS2 lot and sell this relatively easy for $50 to $70 with a few games. But I actually don't own the Black Slim. I've got the Platinum Slim, I've got the White Slim. Somehow, every Black Slim I bought, I've sold off. So, I may just keep it. I don't know. I also bought from the same guy this. Got all the cords here. It's PS3 Slim. No game inside. I have not actually tested this yet, but it looks like in good working order. It's relatively clean and whatnot. No, he didn't put an HDMI, which is fine. I've got power and looks like one controller charging cord. 1, 2 DualShock 3s. Yep, both DualShock 3s. And some games. Games are Jane's Advanced Strike Fighter, Apache Air Assault, which is complete, just needs a new case. This old black case. Air Conflicts Vietnam, Red Dead Redemption Game of the Year, and Assassin's Creed Ezio Trilogy, which also needs a new case. This thing's busted. But the games, I don't think I have any of the games. I may have this Air Conflicts Vietnam, but I know I don't have the Assassin's Creed, and I've got the regular edition of Red Dead. I don't have the Game of the Year. I don't think I do. So all that was $50. So we had $50 on the PS3, $25 on the PS2. I didn't haggle them from that. $75, pretty good price for 2 systems and the games. I'm thinking about, once I get it tested, I'm being kind of lazy on the testing. Mostly because when I get home, I'm dog tired and I take a nap. But if I test the PS3, I'm thinking of throwing that up on eBay. I think it's the 12 gig model, so it's not going to fetch a whole lot. I'm thinking maybe around $70 to $80 by itself. I got a couple games. I got a couple extra copies of Red Dead lying around, and maybe 1 or 2 other games. So also a couple games with it, and put it up on eBay. See what happens. The games have been selling really great on eBay lately, as some of you probably know. I have made some sales both on eBay and Mercari. A lot of the stuff that I bought is because I have been making those sales. I've been turning the money that I made into putting stuff into my collection. So, yeah. Alright, moving on. GameStop had a like a Pro Day type sale. So I made a purchase. I think this came out to around $40-ish. And I'm not the happiest camper in the world, but we got this Trine Complete Collection, Ultimate Collection for the Switch. And then I bought Darksiders 3, which I think this was $5. And I bought it, it was $5 brand new. Well, I'm going to open up this little protective thing they put it in. That's brand new? Brand new. Alright. Sure. Same thing, I bought Persona 3 and Persona 5, the VR, like, dancing games. I opened up Persona 3, once again, brand new. Brand new. It's that little crease in the insert, the little fold right there. How'd that happen? Brand new. I believe there's even a light little smudge on the disc. Brand new. GameStop, I'm happy. Alright? Some people get sad. Oh, a business is closing and going out of business. Not me. Yeah, GameStop's been alright to me over the years, but this is ridiculous. Alright, checking Persona 3, Dancing in Moonlight for the first time. Is this... I bought 3 brand new PS4 games, and not one of them came... All 3 came open box. That's ridiculous to me. To me, that's ridiculous. I don't know. Some people don't care. I'm going to open and play them anyway. Yeah, I understand. But still, it's kind of ridiculous. Let's see. What else have I got? This dude put up a stack of PS2 games on Craigslist, and there was one in particular I wanted. There's actually two. Yeah, one was a Simpsons Hit and Run, but he said he already sold it. He was selling them for $10 each. He had Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. Well, I went over there to go check it, and all the discs were kind of in rough shape. He said he tested them, played them, but they were kind of rough. I thought I picked up Vice City Stories, but I actually picked up Liberty City Stories. I paid $10, which is an overpay for Liberty City Stories. I don't know why. My intention was because they were both out of this the collectors that the Vice City and the Liberty City Stories came in like this little 2-pack, and so the other one was just like, you know, a cover like this, Vice City Stories. I thought I grabbed that one. I didn't. It's still up for sale, but I checked all the discs and they were rotten. So maybe put it with this PS2 because I know I own this game. Let's see. This was a Macari pickup. It is Raiden 3, a shooter. Raiden 3 on the PS2, early PS2. I know for a fact this was shipped from a seller in Brooklyn, New York, which, you know, when I'm living here in Montana, and we've been lucky enough, like we've kept cases really low throughout the state and here locally. So when you see a mailing label from Brooklyn, New York, where New York is like the epicenter, at least here in the United States, of the virus, you're like, oh, okay. Where's my 409? Sanitize the hands real quick. Plus, this case, I've cleaned it up a bit, but there's still like sticker residue, like down here in the corner. I actually got another case I'm going to change this out with, but there was like hair, like cat hair or some, like it was fuzzy. There, like so much hair and gunk had stuck to this, and it was still there. So I'm just like, oh, get it off. So I throw it away. But I'm going to replace the case on this. But anyway, the rest of it is complete, decent shape. Looks like it's a former rental. It says weekend video. Is there a weekend video in Brooklyn, New York? I don't know. But hey, adding that to the PS2 collection. I think I got that for $20, which is not a bad deal. As I just talk about how I'm worried about the case and then immediately start touching my face. I'm getting used to it, folks. This was, I believe, another Macari pickup, maybe an eBay pickup. This is one of those PS1 games that I used to like look at, and like when the PS1 before it was out, I'd be, you know, reading game magazines and seeing this as a launch title going, oh, I can't wait to play, I can't wait to play. And I just never got around to buying it back when I had the PS1 back in the day, back in the 90s. So, you know, I had the funds. I think this was a decent deal. I got it for under its price charting going rate. Jumping Flash. Long box game. In decent shape. Like most long boxes these, the glue is peeled off, but that's okay. The thing's holding on. Go inside. The manual's in great shape. The disc is good. Looks clean. Gonna add that to the PS1, and the disc holds. A lot of these long boxes, the disc holder breaks pretty easy and it's rattle around in there. Not this one. So that's pretty good. Alright, what else we got? Bought this for cheap because I saw some gameplay video on it and it looked really interesting. I think I paid 10 or 15 for this GameCube title, Space Raiders. From the makers of Space Invaders. Yeah, from the creators of Space Invaders. It's like a spiritual successor to Space Invaders, and it kind of plays like a 3D perspective Space Invaders. Like your dude or girl, whoever you pick, is down here, and the aliens are invading from down the alley right there. So it is a little bit like Space Invaders, only like a more modern take. It is complete in good shape, and looking forward to playing that one. Picked these up off of Amazon, I think, when I got like one of my tax returns, federal tax return. I've been eyeing these and looking at them, trying to get good prices. And I figured, like, I think it's $59.99 each. I'm like, yeah, for the price of a normal Switch game, I might as well go ahead and pull the trigger on both. Psycho Shooting Stars Alpha and Psycho Shooting Stars Bravo. These are a collection of Psycho shooters. All of them. There's like there's 6 games on each, I believe. Yeah, Psycho Shooting Stars Alpha has Strikers 1945, Strikers 1945-2, Strikers 1945-3, Dragon Blaze, Soul David, and Zero Gunner 2. Plus there's stuff in here. What's in here? We got a soundtrack. Looks like we got some art. Yeah, and in the collector's box. So that's on Alpha, and Bravo has Gunbird, Gunbird 2, Gunburick, Tengai, Samurai Aces, and they didn't even bother translating that from Japanese, just some Japanese writing. But once again, shooters. So, you know, I'm a fan of the shooters. Shooters making a comeback, especially on the Switch. If you're a shooter fan, check these out. You may... I see the Play Asia versions going around. And of course, the Switch is region free. So if you can get like the Play Asia versions or the Japanese versions for cheaper, go ahead. But they are, as far as I know, they're still on Amazon for $59.99 each. And for 12 really great shooters. That's a really nice addition to my collection. I'm going to open those up and play them. I got... Where is this from? I want to... Yeah, Special Reserve Games. Kind of like Limited Run, but Special Reserve. Special Reserve Games. I ordered this a while ago, like before Christmas. And then they released a really retail version, and I skipped it knowing I had this thing ordered, so I didn't buy it during, like, it was on sale on Black Friday almost everywhere. I know it was on sale at GameStop. But, thank you for supporting independent developers from around the world, Special Reserve. And they gave me some stickers. But it is my friend Pedro Blood Bullets Bananas in a little collector's case dealio. Yeah, but the game was like literally like $15 on Black Friday. Apparently, this is number 3,725 of 5,000 produced. Okay. I love the box. It also came with Pedro. A little... Doesn't do anything. Is it like a stress banana? A stress banana? You know, I got my own stress banana. Anyway. Alright. That's that. Love these boxes, though. Alright. Finally, for this episode of Juice Daddy Pickups. The last time I had a pickup video was from my car with a whole bunch of NES games that I went to the guy, and you know the story, and picked it up off of, I think, of Facebook. And he's like selling me games for $4 a pop. I picked up that complete in box Xanadu. I picked up the box for Star Tropics, which I was able to complete with my copy and a manual. So at the time, he brought out like a stack of games yay high. He's like, these are the games I know I can get more than $4 for, which is odd because he was selling me games I know he can get $4 for anyway. He sold me the Manila's Thrilla Safari, which I know is a $20 game, even in the condition he gave it to me, or sold it to me. But anyway, I digress. So I looked through those games that he, you know, but really I brought enough cash just to really get some of the collection fillers for $4 a pop. He was selling games for $4 each. He had a lot of stuff that I didn't own, so I brought enough to get like a nice stack of those, which you saw the last video. One of the games I really wanted from his stack, because I owned most of them, but one of the games that I really wanted in that stack, I thought I already owned. Then I get back here later that night, and I'm looking for it, and I can't find it. I'm like, I know I own this game, but apparently I didn't. So I give the guy a call back, or a message back. I say, what do you want to do? And I picked out the other two games that I know I didn't have. I'm like, if I'm going to get this game from him, might as well see what he wants for the other two games. So I say, hey, what do you want for these 3 games? And I was expecting he'd go maybe $20 each, which would have been fair. I was kind of prepared maybe to do 50-ish, maybe go up to 60. First, he asked me what I had to trade, which was not much. I don't keep a big trade pile. Duplicates I tend to get rid of pretty quickly because I just don't have space in this apartment. So he wanted, and I showed him like the 10 games I had that were duplicates of my collection. He's a big NES collector. He already had those. So he's like, so I'll do those games for $10 each. Amazing deal. Amazing deal. So $30 for these 3 NES games. The one that I really wanted was Donkey Kong 3. I thought I had that. So we got the 5-screw Donkey Kong 3 in really great condition. I love Donkey Kong 3. Played it a bunch in the arcades. It may be worthy of a Juice Daddy arcade memories, because I poured a lot of quarters of this back in the day. Hope you're enjoying those, by the way. I try to do it like I could be a professional YouTuber and put in like gameplay footage and cuts and edits, but I figured just like these, I'm just sitting here talking to you. We're just having a conversation. We're just like reminiscing. No big deal. Get something to drink, like high quality H2O in here, and just talk about some old games. Nothing fancy. So Donkey Kong 3 may be one of those coming up. I should do some more of those. I've been enjoying those. Hope you've been enjoying them too. Anyway, the other 2 games I picked up were Captain Planet and the Planeteers. Both these, by the way, are $15 to $20-ish games. So $10 is a good price. But $10 is a really good price for this game. Bram Stoker's Dracula. In really good shape. It's about a $40 game. That's going right into the collection. That's awesome. So $30 for those 3 games. Can't complain one bit. I spent $30 on another game as well. This guy put up... Actually, the Craigslist ad is still up. So the NES... The common NES game market is kind of crashing here where I'm at. Because a year ago, this guy would have posted this ad and the games would have been gone like in a couple hours. But he's been reposting this ad, just kind of putting sold over a few games each time. And he still has over half of the ones he put up. And yeah, there's not much there. The so-called heavy hitters, Ghosts and Goblins sold, like Mario 3 sold. But he still has like a Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Granted, he wants like 15 for it. He has a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, which I don't have, so I'm trying to message him again. Like, I thought I had that too. Thought it was like Donkey Kong 3, but I don't have it. But anyway, I saw this game, not marked sold. He had $30 on it, which is about right, according to price charting. It's about a $30 game. But I figured, chances like, picking these up locally don't come often. And I'm probably never going to look for it specifically on eBay or Mercari or whatever, so... I thought I'd just go ahead and it came in great shape. Came in one of these rental cases. But we have Adventures of Lolo 2 in really good shape. That's pretty nice. Nice, came in this rental case. Old NES, Nintendo branded rental case. Alright, finally, one more NES game. Like I said earlier, I have been making a lot of sales. I sold a couple GameCube games straight out of the collection. I normally don't like doing that. I only like selling duplicates. But I looked and like Animal Crossing was going for like $130. A complete Animal Crossing. I'm like, I'll never play GameCube Animal Crossing. That is a game I promise will never go in my system again. I will never play it. Somebody wants to give me $130. I think I threw it up for $135. Like, alright, somebody wants to give me $135 for this, they can have it. And it was less than a day. Sold. Then I put up a loose disc only, Fire Emblem for GameCube, that I got from GameStop for buy two, get one, so I was maybe $60-ish into that disc. That sold for like $129. So, hey, awesome. I'm not a strategy fan, so having a loose disc Fire Emblem just sitting in a case somewhere, or $130 in my pocket. Hey, if I find Fire Emblem complete in box, it'll go right on the GameCube shelf. I'll be happy. But a loose disc sitting in a case, you want to give me $100? Okay. So I've used some of this credit, and I picked up a little a heavy hitter for the NES. One I've been wanting for a while. Is actually one of the original games on the $5 Game Box Game Go board on my refrigerator right there. There. But I took it off and just kind of focused on other games. So it's good to have Scat on the NES in the collection. And I think I used a Macari coupon for this. I had a coupon, like a $20 coupon for making like so many, like they had a promotion, make this many listings, we'll give you a $20 coupon. So this guy had it listed for like $90-ish. I used the $20 coupon to get it down to, it was high 90s, so close to $80, which is a pretty decent price for Scat. Special Cybernetic Attack Team. We want this game for a while, so it's good to have it, put it in the collection. I am now the Scat Man. I'm the Scat Man. Alright. Scat on the NES. Closing out this round of pickups, adding to the Juice Daddy collection. Good to see you all again. I will be seeing you soon, because this little like stack of games right here, Lolo 2, kind of got me on an NES kick. I don't know what prompted this, but I was like, the thought came to me that there are some not rare but uncommon NES games that don't break the bank, that I'll never find at a garage sale or thrift store. They're uncommon. Nobody had them, but they don't cost $100 or $200 or $1,000 like Little Samson. I'm like, what are these games? So I started looking, and you look at like the PAC, the NES Punk, the Nintendo Guidebook. You look at reviews, real well reviewed games, good games that just people didn't own, but because they're not the sought after NES games, they're 15, 20, 30, some cases $40, but not 100, like I said. So that got me on a kick, and now they slowly started to trickle in. So the next video, we're going to get NES heavy over the next couple pickup videos, because I decided, I'm not going for complete NES collection, I'm still not there, but I decided to kind of use some of the extra funds that have come my way, because I've been working more and getting overtime. I got a raise recently, so that's nice. My Vegas trip back in for earlier this month to go see Lady Gaga, that didn't happen, so I got the refund for Lady Gaga ticket. I got the refund for the Gwen Stefani ticket. Didn't have to pay for any hotels or anything. So I'm putting some money back in saving for when this thing, we get back to normal, whatever the hell that looks like. And I could take another trip and go on another vacation. But I like the stimulus check. I put most of that into savings. I'm lucky enough I didn't need that for rent or food or nothing. It went right into the savings account. But I've still got, I decided I'm going to treat myself a little bit. I haven't broke the bank. I spent maybe $300-ish, maybe $350, $400. And I got a ton of games coming. I'm trying to keep track of, like, this one's coming from Macari, this one's coming from eBay, this one, I bought this big lot, that game's coming in this lot. So over the next couple videos, that's what's going to be happening. I'm going to get NES heavy. I'm going to fill in the spots in my collection with some good games that are uncommon. I don't see them. I never find them anywhere. Even in game stores, you don't really see them there. Not that we have a lot of game stores left in Montana. But that's what's going to be happening. So if you like NES stuff, and so check out the next few videos, because it's going to be really NES heavy. But there's some other stuff. There's one TurboGrafx game. I got that for real good price. I'm glad to add it to my collection. So that's coming too. So take care. I will see you soon. Stay safe, everybody. Like and subscribe if you wish. Leave a comment. Tell me how you're doing. Take care. Bye.